Good morning and welcome back to my channel. We have another market today and I'm so incredibly excited. Ever since my last one, I've just been thinking, when's my next market? And I'm just kind of hoping that it's going to be good today. We have everything packed. As you can tell behind me, everything is somehow fitting. I've never fit this much before. Let me just show you. We literally have everything packed in there. As you can tell, you can't even see my seats, but everything fits perfect and I just can't believe I got everything in there. I did add an extra tote because I had some more room and I've just never had this much room, and I think it's because of these folding tables, which I will talk about when we actually get there and set them up. I'm hoping that they actually work. And then we have the keychains up front and the wristlets, so hopefully I can go like this and prevent them from falling off, but I guess we'll see. So far, all the keychains are staying on, and first things first is coffee. I definitely need some coffee because I feel a little bit like a zombie. You can hear them, but they're still on there. Coffee.
Hi, how's it going?
Good, how are you? That'll be it. I'm so excited. This place in Lincoln, Ziggy's, is one of my favorite. Morning. Thank you. Appreciate it. Have a good day. Okay. Got our coffee. I just got a cold brew. This place in Lincoln, sorry, you can't even see me. This place in Lincoln, Ziggy's, is one of my absolute favorite, and they were open this morning. So we got a little Gold Rush cold brew. Amazing. It's literally just caramel and cold brew and a half and half. So I feel like already from a first sip, I'll be okay. It is currently 7 o'clock and we have a 20-minute drive, so it shouldn't be too bad. At least compared to our other markets where we're driving like an hour, this one should be pretty quick. So I'm gonna drive there and then we'll start unloading and I'll talk you guys through all that. Also, quick, could I tell you, maybe something that's a little bit cringe to some people is something that keeps me going through these days, and it's that in the morning when I'm driving there, I like out loud say affirmations to myself, which sounds corny, but like, hear me out. Like, I tell myself, I've worked so hard to get here and I deserve this and I've earned it. And today is not about making money. It's about making connections with people. It's about selling my products that I enjoy making. It's about connecting with other fellow entrepreneurs at the same stage of their business as mine. It's about connecting with you guys. Like, sometimes you guys show up to the markets and I just remind myself of all of the good things that come out of these markets. And that's just one way for me to be able to like compartmentalize all of the emotions for today, because obviously it's super stressful, but I'm so thankful to be able to get to do this and to be able to have a business that can even go to markets. Like, it's just crazy. A year ago, I would have never thought that I could do this. And here I am. And so if you go to markets as well, try that out. Like, it sounds so corny, but there's nobody else in the car with you. Like, nobody's gonna hear you. I just recommend trying it at least once, because it, for me, has changed my emotions, because I used to be really stressed out about market days and honestly get a little bit of imposter syndrome, thinking I don't earn this, or I don't deserve this, or I didn't work for this, or they just let me into the market because whatever. It like takes mental rewiring to rethink, you know, I've worked for this, I've earned this, people support me in this, I am not a failure, I am not gonna fail today. And just reminding myself of those little things that actually make a huge difference mentally. So yeah, try it out. Try out some affirmations. I am not a huge fan of writing them down. I like to like speak them and like remind myself, like, you're not a failure, you've earned this, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, try that out for your next market. If you as well get very anxious, very impostery, if that's even a word, yeah, try it out. Okay, I'll see you guys when we're actually there. Okay, we made it. If there's one thing that I can't dog on Nebraska about, it's the sunrise. And it is beautiful this morning. But let's go ahead and head in and see where our spot is at. For all of events, they always email me my spot. So I'm gonna check that email really quick, make sure I have the right spot, and then we'll go in and see. Okay, we're spot 66. So let's go in and find that, because I've never been in this place. So it's fun. I'm sorry?
What booth are you?
66.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's your name?
It's XOXO Charlie. Harley.
Oh my gosh, I love your stuff.
Really? Thank you.
If you want to do that, I could bring a table.
Yeah, that works.
Perfect. And I know right where you are.
Okay. So. Wow, I need one of these. This is nice.
It's a soccer parent thing.
And I don't know if we can take two.
It seems like we could, especially if like I...
Oh my gosh. Oh, you're fine. Okay. This one. Perfect. Oh my gosh, that one is so heavy. I don't know what I put in here. Holy smokes.
Oh gosh, I could have got that. So.
You're good. Okay. Hopefully my mic is working. I didn't really test it before we got unloading there, but I used our Milwaukee roller thing. I forget what this is called. It's just like a little two-wheeled thing to like roll everything. That made no sense, but you know what I mean. And now our last stuff is the keychains, the wristlets, and my bag. That's really it. Okay, we made it in here. I got everything from the car. So we have all the wristlets, keychains, the tables. We have 2 chairs and the coffee. And then those 2 baskets back there are ours. And then all of the different totes. So I'm gonna start with tables because I think that would be the best option. I know we don't need both of these. And I also feel like my hair is gonna fall out any second here, but we'll just work with it. Okay, let's get started. So first off, I got these tables from, where was that? Sam's Club. And they are the Lifetime 6-foot tables that are foldable. And so I don't know how to work these. Okay, so they're unlocked right now, I guess.
Very good. I think.
No, they're not. How do I unlock this? Oh. What? Guys, I can't figure this out. They won't come apart. Is it? So that's locked. This is... Do you know how to unfold these?
So red.
So I got that.
Same. So it's unlock if it's see the unlock?
Uh-huh.
And then
So
it shows pull. But mine's not either.
oh, there we go. Yeah, I just laid it on the ground and like hold it by the handle. Oh my goodness. I guess lock. Yeah. Is it supposed to look like? Yeah, it does. I locked it, pretty sure. Yeah. And then I should probably take off all the signs from all these tables, or the price labels. Otherwise they might show through that white cloth. So I don't think I really explained this craft fair yet, but this is a high school craft fair, or I think it's like a all grades type school, but regardless, it's a school craft fair. And those, if you've seen my other videos, are sometimes some of my best markets. So I'm hoping for a really good turnout today. So up is unlocked. Okay. Slowly figuring these out. It was so nice not having to carry those huge tables in here and just being able to do this. But these tables were, I think, like $60, I want to say. Yeah, because I spent around like $180. So, I mean, it was definitely an investment, but I think it's worth it for the amount of craft fairs that I'm going to be doing. They just look like bowed. Is that normal? Like the legs aren't like, oh, there we go. Okay, I think it's just the legs. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let me get this other one too. I don't know, I don't want it to like fall with all my product on it. There, I guess that works. And then this one I'll put back here. Okay, I'm like out of room. I need to figure this out. I'm gonna move all my totes up. There we go, that should be better. And we got like a little bit of room to sit. Is that enough room? We'll see. Okay, then let's do this other table. So F is unlocked. At this point, it's like everything just starts to get in the way of what you're trying to do. And then you constantly have to move things, and then that gets in your way. It's just where I'm at right now. Alright, that's kind of a weird setup, but I think it'll just have to work for today. It's a little bit tight. Now let's just start unloading all of our totes. I'm gonna have to start with my, what are they called? Tablecloths. Which I almost forgot last night while I was packing everything up. I almost forgot these. That would have been really bad.
A little tight.
Sorry, I know it. Morning.
Good morning.
How are you? Good. Okay, time for the other one. I think I've talked about this, but these tablecloths I just got from Amazon. They're just really cheap. They're like in a 2-pack. So it just works nice for these. Okay, so I think I'm gonna try a new setup today because we have some new displays for the makeup bags, and so I want to try them out. Oh, I forgot I have to put my banner up first. I feel like this is like the hardest part of setting up, weirdly enough. It's trying to get this banner up. Oh no. I feel like these tables are shorter than usual. Or like my other ones, weirdly enough. They probably aren't. It's probably just me, but... Okay, there we go. Just a couple of weights to keep them staying there. Okay, now let's actually dig into the bins. Let's see what time it is. It is 8:06, so we still have a good hour till it starts.
So this whole bin I packed last night, and it literally just is full of AirPod cases that I chain stitched, and I'll just be able to cut today while I'm, selling things. So I will just put this back behind the table because that's what I'll be working on. And then the other thing that was in here was these little heart plush keychains and all of the phone wallets. So I'll have to find some bins for those. Oh my gosh, this one's so heavy, but this is what I'm excited for, is all these new makeup bag displays. So this is what they look like. They're just wood and they have 2 slots at the bottom. And I got a lot of them, like a lot. And I'm thinking about putting them at the back table. So that they're more of like a main centerpiece type thing, since those are one of my best sellers. So they also come with these plastic pieces. They're smaller ones and there's also larger ones. You just line up, which, let me tell you guys, these were such a pain last night. I can tell you why they're so cheap is because they were such a pain, because these plastic parts would not fit into these metal slots. And so me and my dad ended up hammering them into these slots until, okay, see, like this one I can't even get out, until I chipped off some of the wood so that the plastic fits in there. And even sometimes we had to take a flathead and use a hammer to bang it in. Now sometimes they go in and sometimes they don't. But the whole idea is that these are going to be some risers that the makeup bags will sit on. Okay, maybe I'm going to have to use the side screws. So these side screws on them tighten that plastic part in there. See, this one just keeps on falling out. But once you put it in, then you can tighten this side part here. And it screws into the side of that plastic part so that it stays. So these I got from Amazon. I'll have them linked in my pop-up essentials on Amazon. But just be aware that you're gonna have to pound in the plastic parts to be able to make them fit. But as long as you've got 20 minutes and a hammer, you'll be good. Okay, sorry, I felt like you couldn't see there for a second, but I feel like these are gonna look so good at the back of the booth. And then that also, since they're my best seller, I feel like it'll draw people to the booth, and then it kind of makes them look at everything else as well. I also thought I could split up the makeup bags and put them on either side, do some on one side of the booth and then some on the other, since I have an even number of these displays, but maybe I'll try that another time. Okay, see, this one, we ended up splitting the wood a little bit just from the hammer, just because none of them would go in, but it still works. You can't even see it from the top. Thank you. I got them from Marshall's or Home Goods. Either side, I'm not sure, but I always look in the bath section because they have a lot of cute organizers. Yeah. Okay, there we go. So I got all of those hopefully tightened and good. So then we kind of have a little, setup of makeup bags here. The only bad part is I'm going to be back there and you can't really look over them. Okay, I didn't really think about that. Maybe I'll take these bins off so that I'll have more room to the side. Oh my gosh, these legs just keep on falling off. There. And then we'll kind of have a center to it. There we go. Okay, so then all the makeup bags will be back here, which I'll put out later on. But for now, so these bins I got from either Home Goods or Marshall's, one side of the store, I can't quite remember. But in the bathroom section, they are, I don't know, I think they're caddies for organizing in your bathroom, but I always go to that section just to check out what they have. because usually they have some really cute organizers. So all of our phone wallets, just like at our last market, I'm gonna leave them in here, just kind of set them up so that people can dig through them. And those might end up going back here with the makeup bags, honestly. We have a whole bin of wallets, just like at our last market. I restocked it with all the ones that sold. So those I'm gonna do a little bit later once we have everything set up. We have all the displays for the journals, which I think I'm gonna separate this time and do 2 on one side and then 2 on the other. And these I just get from Hobby Lobby. You can really get them anywhere. They're not really special to like any place. So just wherever you can find them. And then this wood is all for my price signs, which I'll set up at the very end. Then in here we have all the made AirPod cases, which still need all the labels and everything put on them, but I'm gonna set them out for now just because they sold really well at the last market. We have a couple risers, so I thought we could put the journals on risers if we wanted to, or like the displays of them. I'm not sure. We have lots and lots of business card holders. This is all the business cards that I have for today, which I'm trying to burn through all of these business cards because I have new ones coming with just like updated QR codes for the website instead of the Etsy shop. And so I'm trying to get through all of these, but I'll just kind of scatter these throughout the booth along with the price signs. Here's our actual price signs. I updated some of them, just different prices this time based on what sold really well last time and what really didn't sell. Sticky notes, which I have some more coming in because right now all I have is the fall ones that really didn't sell. So I'm ordering some more of those. And then we have bookmarks, which I need to update quantities online, make sure none of them are sold out. But I do have some more coming in as well. And hopefully I will also have some spring ones coming soon, but we'll see. These 2 marble bins I got from At Home, and I like to use them to display the heart keychains. We have another riser. These both are from Target, from the bathroom section again. And that's 1 bin empty. Okay, let's see what I packed in these other ones because I don't even remember. First off, we have bags for customers. Those will go back by where I'm sitting. Okay, 2 bins. One we'll use for laptop sleeves, and then the other one I think is an extra. So all the laptop sleeves are from the original launch that I did and the ones that I took photos of. And I just put them in this bin so that people can dig through and see which one they like. Some more bags, and including those smaller ones. This is our new Kindle sleeve display. Obsessed with it. I'll probably put them by the laptop sleeves. We have the fall wallets. Not sure where those are gonna go yet. We'll figure that out. And then last but not least, cup sleeves and cup koozies, which we'll put in the same bin. And that's our second bin done. It is hot, like really hot in here. There we go. I've got my XOXO Charlie shirt on today. On the back it says, I can totally make that, because that's what I always say. And anytime I see something, I'm like, oh, I could just make it. I'm trying to think of where people come in from. But I kind of want to put them on this side with the bookmarks, kind of like I usually do. And then sticky notes and cup sleeves. Yeah. Okay, next bin. I feel like we're going way quicker today, even though we have like a whole new setup. But this one should be all Kindle sleeves, pencil cases, that sort of thing. And actually this morning, this Retro Pumpkins Kindle sleeve sold. So officially all of the fall Kindle sleeves are completely sold out. So I'm gonna hang on to this one so that I don't forget, so that nobody buys it, which sometimes has happened in the past where I have to like go out to my booth and grab something off because it's sold. Okay, now for our Kindle sleeves. This is how I like to display them now. I used to put them in a bin similar to the laptop sleeves, but I find that this makes people kind of dig through them a little bit more. Kind of like that, so then people can sort through them. We have a few more risers, which I don't really think I'll need at this point. Now that I think about it, we have the hats, the embroidered hats, both in pink and in black. Those I'll probably set on this table as well. Oops. And then all of the pencil cases I made for Market. I made 3 of each, and I'm thinking that I'm just gonna put them at the top of these bins. So like grab at least 1 of each and just display them at the top here, along with all the wallets. And then all the other ones I'll put on the other display. Okay, then we also have regular size book sleeves and size large. So I will just set those in front here so that people can dig through those. And then I'm gonna use one of these stands to display this Kindle and book sleeve with a book inside of it. And it just says Kindle and book sleeves at the top. And this just helps people to figure out what these actually are. And that makes another bin done. Okay, let's go ahead and finish up here. We have all the makeup bags to do. I'm gonna just move all of this like extra stuff that we need to do later, like the price signs and the business cards. But yeah, this entire bin is full of all of the different makeup bags, and they're also too high, so there's just tons and tons in here. And I'm thinking I will just get 1 of each out, and then, you know, if I have like some extra room, I can do some more. But I at least want to put 1 of each out so that people can shop all of them. It's like the worst allergy season right now, so I am just like sniffling like crazy. It's like the worst. These fuzzy ones are my absolute favorite. There's like so many, I keep on forgetting which ones I already put out. I made the pink hearts and pink gingham. Nope, I already got that one. Okay, that should be it. So we have barely any left, so if some sell, I mean, I can replace them, but only for so long. So now I'm just gonna line them up. Really no rhyme or reason. Maybe just like keep to certain colors. Okay, we literally have the perfect number of makeup bags. It's like a little choir of makeup bags. And then at the front here, I'll just put like some random products. But I absolutely love how that turned out. I think I'll have to use these shelves more often, or these risers. All right, the very last thing that we have to do is fill up these bins. So at the top, I already put the pencil cases, but now I'm gonna fill them with keychain wallets, which I have down here. And we also have this one as well. Okay, we are just about there. We're like 10 minutes till the market starting. And last night I cut out all of our signs here, so it's just like regular price signs and then also price signs that have like the description and the price of the product. So I'm gonna go ahead and tape these on to the booth. It just helps people like be able to see what the product is and how much it is without like having to ask, because sometimes either people get too shy to ask or it's just so busy that, you know, I like can't help with everything. So I'm just gonna tape them on where I can. Oh, I forgot the bookmarks. So like this one is for keychain wallets, and I'm just gonna tape it on to the front here. And I have some duplicates because I know I have 2 displays. So I'm gonna put this one on this other side. And then we have pencil and glasses cases. So I'm gonna put it at the top of these displays. Okay, then we have the makeup bag labels. I know I have 3 of these, so I'm gonna try and scatter them throughout the whole like orchestra of makeup bags. Then for all of these fall edition wallets, I like to price them specifically. So I put a little sign on them because they're cheaper than the regular wallets. And for this, I literally just use regular paper and I design them on Canva and then print them out, cut them out, and just put regular tape on the back. And now that I'm out of those ones that say specifically what the price is, I also have some more that are just regular, just like prices that I can put throughout the booth. So I'm gonna put this 20 right here for the pencil cases up here since I didn't have one for that. All right, I think we're officially there. Let me show you the full setup. I'm so happy with this. I think this is my best setup yet. Oh, my camera is about to die, so bear with me, but this is how it all looks. We got all the price signs up, and I love how it like gets a little bit taller in the back with the whole like choir of makeup bags. I think it looks so cute. There's truly no better feeling than like fully getting set up and like sitting down and having a drink of coffee. But as you guys know, I'm gonna put on my little fanny pack. This I just got from Walmart. It holds all my cash and like my mics, my square chip reader, just everything that I need so that it's just on me at all times. But now we just wait for it to start. I am so excited. I feel like I'm in this little window right here. I'll show you. This is like my view. And so I just have like a little window in to see everybody. Otherwise, I'm completely blocked by makeup bags. Also, I've always thought about having a backdrop, but at these markets, it's just not necessary. Like a lot of people don't do that. And so one of my favorite things is to be right like back to back with one of these vendors. So this is not mine, but these vendors put up like huge walls of like products and stuff. And it's really nice sitting back to back to them because it provides like some sort of closure to like your booth and the next booth. I don't know. It's really nice. I also had that at one of my last markets, which was Love the Locals, which I'll tag that one. Morning, guys. How are you? Good. I have. My camera about died, so I had to get out my charger, and I thought I'd show you guys. This is the little bag that I keep on me at all times in my market bag, which I've talked about is my very first Ditzy Picnic pink bag that I obviously couldn't sell because there was a lot of mistakes, but now I use it for all my markets. So one of the things that I keep in here is this little bag that I got from DG. I'm not sure. It's the brand of the mic that I'm wearing right now. And in it, I keep every single cord that like I've pretty much ever owned for tech. And it just helps me to be able to just throw this in my bag and know that I have a cord for everything, whether it's like my camera, my mics, my phone, really anything. So I always keep that in there. What else do I keep in here? Honestly, I have a lot of random stuff. Like I have scissors, I have tape, I have signs, I have my keys, I have my little camera Sony cover for the camera. Oh, I have, this is normally what goes on my camera instead of my mic, but this is like to reduce the sound, like noise. So I just have that in there. I have all of the lights that I used at my holiday market. So all the string lights, I'll show you these. I have a scrunchie. I literally just have a little bit of everything, and it's honestly surprising how much actually fits in here. But now we just wait. It has started. It's 9:19, so it's 20 minutes in, but you know, for like the first 30 minutes is always just kind of figuring things out. Okay, literally 2 seconds after I filmed that last clip, we just made our first sale. It was a Kindle sleeve and a heart keychain, which always goes to show like you never know what will sell, because I said that those heart keychains don't really sell, but that's the first thing that we sold today. Hi there. I'm so glad I ended up bringing these AirPod cases with me to work on, because for one, it is very slow for being this far into the market. We're at 10:07. It's just really slow. Like it's way slower than other markets that I've been to. So I'm glad I brought these with me just to work on, because these AirPod cases are some of the longest products to make. I guess like for how small they are, they're one of the products that take the longest on my shop. So I'm glad I brought them with me. I'm just cutting off all of these little strings because I chain stitch them all together because it goes quicker. And so I just need to cut off all those strings, and then I also brought the metal to add the key rings onto them. So we can also do that afterwards. My main issue right now is I'm like dying from allergies. So hopefully that gets better. I guess it probably won't, but we'll see. Did you want to do cash or card?
I have cash.
Okay. All right, there you are. Hi guys, how are you? Good. Hi there. Good, how are you? Hi. Hello. How are you?
Good. How about you?
Good, thank you. Okay, it's about 12 o'clock now and still just super slow. I'm continuing working on our AirPods case. I just have got a few done, not very many for as long as I've been here, but we've got these done and then also all of these. I'm just like running out of space at this point. But yeah, sorry, there's just been like nothing to update you guys on. Honestly, I've just been like working on these AirPod cases and talking to people, and that's about it. So hopefully it like picks up here soon. Otherwise, this might be a new record for like the lowest craft fair. So we'll see. Hi guys.
Hi.
How are you?
Stuff is beautiful.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go with that one. Okay. And Apple Pay for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so there we go. Total is $536. Perfect.
Thank you.
And I'll grab you a bag here. And there you are. Thank you so much. Yeah, have a good day.
What are these?
Those are AirPod cases.
Oh.
Yep. So those are the regular, like the older generations, and these are for the pros. So whichever you have.
What are these for?
So those are for AirPods. So I don't know if you have like those little earbuds.
Yes.
It's to hold those.
Them in there.
Yep. I always forget them, so I put them on my keys. So,
Yes.
yep. Especially
That's a
like
good
for the
idea.
gym or going for walks or anything. And depending on what size you have, these are for the pros.
That's what I say. Mine are, yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, mine are the pros.
Yep. So those are a little bit bigger.
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna take this.
Perfect. Did you want to do cash or card?
I think I have enough cash.
Okay. There's that little bag for you. Yes, thank you. You want to do those two? You want to do cash or card? So it's $42.90 after tax. It'll just tap at the bottom. Perfect. And grab you a bag. Got any big plans for today?
No, not
Nice.
really. Just bumming around right now.
That's a nice Saturday for you. All right.
Now, will this scan everything that you have?
That'll scan to my Etsy shop. I also do have my own website if you prefer that as well. So
Is it on here?
it is, yeah. It's just xoxocharlie.com. And in my Etsy, there's like a little bio at the top. It's also in there as well. Hello.
Oh, but to shop.
Yeah, the makeup bags are always a best seller. So I tried
It's
to.
a nice size, and they look like they open up.
Yes, and they stay nice and sturdy from that zipper.
Oh, what are these little?
Those are AirPod cases.
Shut up. You're target
And so I have.
So why I didn't know.
This is like the regular size, and then I also have AirPods Pros, so whichever ones you have. And I have a ton of different patterns. Like I have so many back here, so.
She's gonna go look on it.
Okay.
These are adorable.
Thank you so much.
Are these all just normal?
So those are all normal. I have a whole ton of the Pros, so I'm cutting all of them right now, but like here's some.
So many options.
I know. Sorry, I'm like trying to work through them, but pretty much every makeup bag has a matching AirPods case. So whichever design, I should have one. I have like a whole tote back here, so just let me know. I've also got like these blue flowers. Like I have a whole bunch. I'm trying to think other ones. Like I have like these, and I can, yeah. Or I have like these yellow flowers. Sorry, I feel like I have so many that aren't done yet, but
Here you have so many.
I have these blue ones. I have the cheetah. Yeah, I can cut any of them, so just feel free. They also have different interiors if that helps you pick. So yeah, feel free to open any of them up. One of my favorites is this one. This one has a blue gingham on the inside. I thought that was so cute. Yeah, I have a matching AirPods case if you want that one. It's this one. It's got a dark blue on the inside. Okay, I can hold that for you. Thank you. For sure. Okay.
Yes, that one.
Okay.
And then
Hi. How are you guys?
Good, how are you?
Good. Okay. You want to add that bookmark? Perfect.
sorry, yes, bookmarks out.
Okay. And the bookmarks are 3 for $7.50. Did you want to do 3?
Hi.
How are you guys?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Wow,
That is so cute.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Those two?
Yes.
All right. 123.87. You're good. There we go. There's that first bag for you. There you are. Thank you. No, you're good. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so
Yes, thank you. And they also have different interiors, so feel free to open them up. Yeah. It's like one of my favorite parts about making those is like doing the special interiors. Yeah.
How do this one?
Okay. Do you want to do cash or card? Okay. After tax, it's $48.26. It'll just be horizontal at the bottom. All right, there you are. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Okay. Update. It is now 1:13, and we've made a couple more sales, so I'm glad I stuck it out. It's still just really died down. Like there's barely anybody here anymore, but we have about 2 more hours, and hopefully it'll pick up a little bit within those 2 hours. Those are little keychains, so they're just like decoration pieces for your keys. I try not let any scraps go to waste, so that's what I make out of them. How are you guys?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna look at a couple of
Okay, not a problem. Those are just a plush keychain, kind of more aesthetic than like actual use. But I just try not throw any scraps away, so that's what I turn them into.
Okay, and this one.
Want to do that one?
Do you take,
Cash, card, Apple Pay.
I'll give you my card.
Okay. And just this one for you?
And those 3.
Oh, and these 3. Okay. Okay. After tax, it's $85.80. It'll just tap horizontal at the bottom. There we go. And grab you a bag.
And then I might add a couple more cards for my other girls.
Yeah, sure thing.
That way then, do you have photos online?
I do. I have a website. I also have an Etsy shop. And then I'm on all socials. So, yeah. Yeah.
How'd you get started in this?
About a year ago, I wanted a tote bag. And so I just sewed it for myself. And now here I am.
I'm
So,
going
yeah.
to get some of these.
For sure. Yep, they're all online as well. Thank you. Hi. How are you? Good, how are you? Good.
I was gonna ask, do you do wholesale?
I wish.
Yes.
I'm trying to get started into Fair. I don't know if you've
Yes.
heard of Fair.
Yep.
So
We're
they're
on Fair that I with one of the other groups over there, and I just had all the girls on our Instagram follow you so that we can all just like.
Thank you. I
do
appreciate
pop-ups and
that.
stuff.
Do you want to do cash or card?
Could I do card?
Yeah, for sure. These are so cute. I always love seeing all the combos that people make. Or I can swipe it. You're good.
Pop up with us too.
Yes, okay.
I have a few of their jackets and
Yes, thank you. Yep. Take care. You too. Okay, a little bit of an update. It is 2:30 now, so we're wrapping up, getting towards the end of the market. There hasn't been anybody here for like 2 hours now. We've made a couple sales. Mainly what I've been doing is working on all of these AirPod cases. So I've got all of these done and also all of those. And I'm so happy with all the progress so far. I still need to add all the metal like key rings to them and all the charms, but this is a really good step in the right direction, is just cutting all of the loose threads off of them from chain stitching them, because that takes absolutely forever. I have anywhere between 300 and 400 of them, and so that's why it's just taking so incredibly long. But same with like doing makeup bags, keychain wallets, really any products, wristlets especially. I feel like doing a whole ton of them at one time is way quicker than like doing 10 little batches for each market. So I figure spend 2 weeks, get them all done, and then I won't have to do them for a little while. And that also goes for online sales as well. I've also had a couple questions on my last market videos about what I use to take card payments. So I thought I would talk about it a little bit. I talked about it in that same vlog that I mentioned earlier, that holiday market, but I use Square. Square allows you to take tap to pay, cards. I believe they have some other, like I want to say Venmo or PayPal is available on there, but don't quote me on that. I'm just pretty sure. And anytime that you sign up with Square, sorry, I'm like digging in my fanny pack, but anytime that you sign up with Square, you can also get hardware. So This comes free. This is their little square chip reader and it just plugs into your phone. This is the Lightning one, but if you have a newer iPhone, I'm sure that they have the USB-C if you're looking for that. But there's just a little swipe port at the bottom, and this just allows you to take more card payments if they don't have tap. I've had a couple of those transactions today, and I don't keep this in my phone all the time because it removes your audio. So if I try and take a video, it ends up having no audio, and I've made that mistake way too many times. So like I said, it just plugs in, and then you can take any swipe payments. So we can just do like a example. So it'll say it is plugged in, it's charged, whatever. So these are all of my different products, and you can edit this whole front screen to be whatever you want for all your different products. So let's say somebody's buying a keychain wallet. I just tap on it, it adds it to the cart, and once you go to checkout, it'll have this whole checkout screen that you can show your customer, or you can just, explain to them, okay, one keychain wallet after tax, that's blah, blah, blah. Tax will be different for every single state, so you're going to have to look up your state sales tax and then add that into Square, since they don't automatically do that for you. But always charge tax on all your orders. You can also have different variations in Square. So for example, my bookmarks, I have, once I click on it, it gives me options, it gives me options for a single or a 3-pack. And so since I have different prices for them, the singles are $3, the 3-pack is $7.50. So people get a little bit of a deal for the 3-pack, and a lot of people end up doing that. So you can also have different variations. You can also have different sizes. So that's the same thing, variations, but for my Kindle and book sleeves, I have small, medium, and large. And so when I'm looking back through all my orders that I had, I'm able to see, specifically what variation. You can also do this throughout all the different colors, but I find that having all my different colors in here is just one more thing to update. After I launched all my new pencil cases, all my new keychain wallets, this is just the last thing that I want to have to update, and keeping them all the same in here is just easier for me since I have 70 plus different variations for the wallets. But yeah, Square makes it super easy. I believe you can import from either Etsy or your Shopify a CSV of all your different items, and then it'll import all the photos, the titles, the prices, the variations, everything for you, the description. And you can also build a website through Square and then sell online. I don't do that because I prefer Shopify, and then I prefer to use Square for in-person. I've used it since the start, since my very first market, and I always enjoy it. I also take cash. I started taking PayPal and Venmo. Those I don't prefer just because there's a lot more transferring going on behind the scenes, and Square is just they can automatically transfer it for you, so it's just easier for me. So I prefer to do that. Oh, Square also takes Apple Pay. That's a main thing, so that people don't even have to have a card or any physical money on hand. They can just pay from their phone. I remember seeing a couple questions how do I take card transactions? So I use Square for everything. It's completely free. Well, it's not completely free, but there's no subscription or anything. You can subscribe if you have enough sales to make it worth it, but I believe it's 2.6% of the transaction plus I want to say a couple cents, like 60 cents at most. And so it's really not bad, especially when you compare it to online transactions. Etsy, we've looked at, is about 11%. And so once you figure that and you compare it, it's just a lot cheaper. That is what I use. I'm just going to continue cutting all of these AirPod cases. I really don't have that many left until they're through this step, so I'll probably get them through this step, and then that's all I get through for today. And then we'll have to do those metal key rings maybe next market because I have a whole ton coming up. But yeah, I'm gonna wait this craft fair out. There's literally nobody here, but you can't pack up early, so I'm just gonna continue these AirPod cases, and I'll see y'all when we're packing up. Okay, I just finished up our last little stack here. I was determined to get those all finished today, so we have all of them in the bin here. It's crazy to see how many I made, but it is that time. It is now exactly 3 o'clock, so let's get started packing up this whole booth. And I think I'm also gonna take you guys along for the post-market cleanup, like once I actually get home, how I organize all my booths, how I fix all my inventory, how just everything. There's a lot that goes into it, so I'm going to take you guys along with that too. But first, we have to get this whole booth cleaned up, and hopefully in a timely manner, because I don't want to be here forever. So let's get started. First things first is taking care of all this trash. So first we have all of this thread here that I cut off, and then like anything that I ate, anything that I drank, like all that stuff, like we gotta clean all that up and somehow find the trash can in this place. This is the booth after the entire market. It looks relatively untouched besides like a couple things that have been moved. But first thing first, I think I'm gonna take down all the makeup bags because those will be pretty easy to take down. So I'm gonna grab our large bin, which I kept underneath this tablecloth. I would keep them underneath on my tablecloth so that they're out of the way. And all of these risers that were extra, I'm just gonna leave in here. We'll eventually just kind of stack over top of them. And really no rhyme or reason to this. I just kind of threw them all in because we will sort them out once we get home. So got those all in there. And then all my other bins I kept underneath this one, and including all of the lids and like an extra chair, because usually they give you 2 chairs for these events. So that's one tote done. Okay, then just taking down all of these. I forgot I'm gonna have to unscrew all these, but these risers I was really happy with today. I will have them linked in my Amazon storefront. I think I said that earlier. Highly recommend for if you have like cosmetic bags or like anything that you want on a riser. I feel like it's really hard to find displays that are big enough for something like a makeup bag, because usually they just are sized for like smaller products like candles or something, which could still fit on these. They're big enough to fit a bag. They are a little bit hard to get apart sometimes. I don't know, it's like everybody has cleaned up so quickly today. Got all those taken down. I'm just gonna grab all of our business cards while I'm looking at them. Just make sure that they got in the tote. And let me actually get our other tote. I will be ending up like redoing these when I get home, which could be a waste of time, but I prefer it so that they're all nice and neat for the next market. If I have extra time, like I try and take the time to make sure that they all get in there nice, and so that I don't ruin the product either. Taking down all the price signs and all the wood. These are also linked in my Amazon storefront if you're interested. They're a 5x7 acrylic sign, and at the bottom the paper just comes out, like they open up like this. You can like slide your paper into that. Okay, and then all these signs, like some of these I'm gonna keep on the displays, so like these pencil and glasses cases and the keychain wallets I'm gonna leave. I'm just taking down all the Kindle and book sleeves. I always take them out of the display, otherwise they don't fit very nice. And just figuring out how I can put them in here so that they all fit nice. Oh my gosh, I can never get these apart. Come on. There we go. Throwing the hats in a random bucket. Putting all this wood in a random one. Sticky notes. Could put under the hats. We have all the little heart keychains, which we actually did sell one. Laptop sleeves. And then just breaking down these buckets, which I got from Amazon. I like them because I'm able to break them down. And these also come in a ton of different colors. I don't think I mentioned this, but these bookmarks, I got these caddies, little organizers for them in Hobby Lobby. So if you're interested in getting some for yourself. What else? So we have these risers. I try and fit these first, which I completely forgot. Okay, I do have 2 more bins behind the tables, so I need to get those. Here's our first one, and here's our second one. How am I gonna do this? I guess I need to put these risers in somewhere. Okay, I have an idea. So I'm gonna put these AirPod cases in first, then the riser. Okay, that doesn't fit. Okay, gotta do a little bit of reshuffling. Oh my gosh. Who would have thought just a little bit of wood would be so heavy? Okay, riser in first. Then the bookmarks, then maybe all this plastic. Okay, they don't fit. What? Okay, got those. And then we have more bags, but little ones. Throw this riser somewhere. There we go. On top. And then add this wood to one of them. At this point, I'm just throwing stuff anywhere. So this one did hold all of our wallets, which I'm gonna move all the extra makeup bags to this other. See, I'm telling you, like, it starts out really normal at the beginning of the market, and then it quickly just like gets chaotic. These are one of the main things that I have to go through because they usually sell through, and so I have to figure out which ones to restock this bin with. Okay. And then pencil cases, where can we put those? And same with our other bin. These actually did not sell that well. I mean, like, I wouldn't say anything really sold well today, except maybe makeup bags and AirPod cases, which is fine. Like, you're gonna have some markets that don't always do as well as your best one. Okay, now I gotta find a spot for these bookmarks. Okay, I'm probably gonna regret that later, but I put them sideways. I'm gonna throw my square chip reader in my fanny pack so that I don't forget for next time. Okay, now to take down this banner. This gets to be really tricky, but I've kind of figured out like a method to it. I just grab the top and it's safety pinned to this tablecloth. That's why it's like moving with it. And just pull it up like that. And then I just roll it. And I take the tablecloth with it. So yeah, I just safety pinned and 3 spots on this banner so that it stays to it. And I find that rolling it, you know, keeps that banner safe. Like, it doesn't cause little creases or anything in it. This tablecloth is disgusting. Like, look at that. I've got a full-on stain on it. And it's so dirty at the bottom, but oh well. So this is the rest of what we got. We've got this display, which we have another one over here. We have all the bins filled up. Just need to put the lids on them. And then obviously those 2 displays and like my water bag, this banner, the tables. It's always so satisfying putting all the lids on and stacking all of these up after doing all of that. Oh my gosh, that one's heavy. That one must have the wood. Oh, that one has the wood actually. Okay, we're missing a lid. Oh, there it is. Oh, I forgot about the tablecloths. I'll put them in this one. Where's our other lid? There it is. These tables worked out really well. I just need to get my little roller, and we might have to make quite a few trips. I always like to shake off the tablecloths because they get so incredibly dirty throughout this whole process. I'm just gonna throw them in here. Oh, I didn't even show you guys, but none of the keychains or wristlets fell off during that entire process of bringing them here, driving here, which is a record. I tried putting a rubber band on them and that didn't work. There's that bin done. Okay, unlock this up. What the? What? Guys, I can't do it. What? Did I forget something? It's unlocked. What? I don't want to break it. Okay, let me ask someone.
Wagon?
Yes, that would be great.
like-
If I pull it, it just like
Yeah, so okay.
buckles.
Is it that?
So that's locked. Oh,
That was it. This means
they were unlocked the entire time
they
then.
were.
Oh my gosh, so that means that my tables were unlocked the entire time. Oh well.
There's a lot of different steps to it. It's not anything.
Yeah, no kidding. There we go. Okay. Here's the tables done. Okay. And now they're letting me borrow this wagon, and I think I'm fully sold on one of these now. I was really hesitant to get one. But now that I've seen how easy it is to just load everything up here, oh my gosh, getting caught in my own tables. Like, watch this. I can just load up all my totes. Oh my gosh, that's the heavy one. Gotta move you guys down a level, so I need this. Then we throw the banner in here, my bag in here so that I can get into my car, because I've done that before. I like get all the way to my car and I'm like, okay, why is it not unlocking? Put this in here. Then we'll have to make a second trip, but still, like, look at how nice that is. Super nice. I need one. Actually, I might have to pull my car up first. Let me do that. Okay, let's see how quick we can do this. Get rid of this. I'm really gonna have to crawl in the back. Okay. Oh, can't go that way. This little thing is awesome, and definitely need to get one of these. But look, we got everything fit in there, and honestly, with more space to, you know, like more space for other things than last time, which I'm really surprised. Probably because we got foldable tables now. That is always one of the best feelings, is getting to like sit in your car after a craft fair, after it's been like loud and bright and chaotic. We got everything packed up here. We have the keychains and the wristlets in the front, and I'm just really happy with how today went. It wasn't my best fair, but I also got a lot of work done behind the scenes with editing TikToks and cutting those AirPods, or the AirPod cases. So let's go ahead and head home and update our inventory. Just some quantities that I need to update because I have limited edition stuff. Just like figure out what I need to reorder for our next market. And for online orders. I don't know why I always say that, but for everything, like for everything that I need to sell. So I'll see you guys when we're back at home.